Hello everybody and welcome to another Minecraft building tutorial village world video. It's been a little while since we've been here. Everybody remembers our great desert village that we made. It's looking as good as ever. We're going to move away from it today and we're going to go into this little area over here. You can kind of see I flattened some stuff, made a nice little area for us to work with. But we're going to make a giant windmill today. And then we're going to have kind of some crops around it. It's going to be like the lone farmer out in the grasslands. So let's just hop right into it. I want to grab some cobblestone. Maybe some andesite works well. We'll keep our splatter disc tool in there because I know we're going to need it. Let's grab some stairs. And yeah, we'll start with that. So basically what we're going to do to start is make a very basic design just going like so all the way around. And if anybody saw the steampunk house tutorial, we're going to do a very basic base to our windmill in a similar form that we did our steampunk house. So if you're familiar, you'll kind of get what I'm doing right now. But let's just get all the way around and then we'll go in, add the detail that we need in this base. It should be noted that this is something you can do a lot of the time. Build a very basic shape, such as this, and then go in and just add detail in. So we're going to start by doing simply that. Does that look good? I think it does. Let's go in, let's add in some stone brick right there. And then you know what? Let's maybe add in a piece of andesite right there. And now you have something that looks completely different than it did before. And stands out, has some texture, has some depth. Here we're gonna do something like this. Well, let's see here. Let's first put in this one, and then we'll work on the sides. I'm gonna go all the way around doing this. I'll time lapse it real quick. Okay, there we go. That's now done on all four sides. Now we can go in with our other details, such as adding in some stairs onto this part here. And that looks a little off right now, but we can honestly go in and add in maybe a piece of cobblestone like that, and then throw in, let's grab a cobblestone wall, put that like that, and now you got something that actually looks pretty good. So we're just going to go in on all the sides here, adding in, you want to face the direction of the one that's next to it. That's the trick on this one. It makes it flow a little bit better here, and makes it work out well. Okay, this looks pretty good. I'm content with this. We'll then go in and add the actual building that we're going to have here, and that we're going to do in some spruce wood. I like spruce wood, I think the best out of any wood in this game, just because it has a nice, like, rich color. The dark oak is good as well, but I don't care for the dark oak logs, because there's not a lot of color in them. Dark oak planks are good, but the logs leave a little bit to be desired in my book, so I'm going to pass on those. Okay, you know what, let's switch things up a bit. Let's add in kind of a base on this before we put in our pillars here. And this is going to actually make the building slightly smaller, I believe, but I think that might be a good thing. We don't want like a big clunky building. We want something small, elegant, and just works in this area. So I'm just going to go all the way around, putting in spruce, like a little outline here, and that's going to give this like it's holding up something, and that's kind of what we want to go for. Okay, there we go. There's our nice little outline. Now I'll put in the pillars. Frankly, they ended up being exactly in the same spot as they were before, but I think that is still pretty acceptable in terms of our building here. So let me bring these all the way up. Okay, there we go. There's our first little outline of our building. Now we're going to go bring it up just slightly more. This will just give it a little more height and also create a little bit of depth in the building by having a kind of concentric square circle thing within your concentric square circle thing. So we can basically do the exact same thing. Just go across on these. Don't add the bottom. It'll look a little bit too blocky. And do just like that. So there we go. There's our tower that our windmill is going to sit upon. It looks pretty good. I'm going to go in. I'm going to add wool in all of these spots here. And then we'll work on detailing up the actual building here. So I will be right back. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I think that looks pretty good. You can use a different material than wool for this part, but I think the wool looks pretty nice. It has a more medieval feel to it, and I think that it looks pretty good. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to add in some braces onto the building here, because we want it to, one, be a little bit busier. Right now it's a little bit blocky, so we would like to have it be slightly busier. And two, having the supports kind of create, one, more depth, and two, it just looks like more realistic. So now you got that being held up there. You can go in with some cobblestone slabs now, go across here, and this is now going to give it another dimension on the build, like so. You can see that this kind of gave it a little bit more color to the build, is one thing that it adds. I like it. Let's go in and add some fences. I'm going to go spruce just to match with the spruce theme that we got going here. And I'm just going to bring them up these sides where the supports are that we just put in, up along the logs. The same color wood, like the same like spruce, is good here, but the fact that it's two different colors makes it stand out, and it will look good from far away. Okay, there we go. There's another little piece added on. I like it. Let's add in some windows. You can do this very simply by throwing in 2 cobblestone stairs like that. And then I'm actually going to use iron bars as our windows on this, because I think it's going to look kind of medieval and nice. You can maybe throw in a single window here. Throw in maybe a tiny platform to walk out on, possibly, and then throw in a little roof on it. Have a stair here, and then stair here, and then stair here. There you go. And now you got a little platform to walk out on. You can do something like that. And we can even make this a solid block if that was bugging anybody, because I know it was bugging me. And then we can throw in one like there, and it looks fine. So there's our little walkway out. I think it looks good. And the backside, you don't really need a whole lot there. But you can see that we now added in a little bit of extra dimension to the build. Another thing you can add, I do this all the time, just throw in a trapdoor in certain places. This is a steampunk specialty kind of house, and putting in your trapdoors always makes sense with the steampunk. Okay, let's add on the roof. We can also do a little bit of more support here. Maybe throw in some block variation by doing the stone brick instead of the straight up cobblestone. On occasion, you should switch your block, not to something completely different. Say acacia stairs would not work at all here, but adding in a different color is going to make that appear a little bit nicer. Okay, so now how are we going to do the roof? Roofs are always people's #1 fear when they're working on a house, and I'm going to make that fear kind of disappear here by making a very simple roof. You're just going to go all the way around in your cobblestone stair. We're going to end up replacing some blocks at the end of our roof here with stone brick, maybe some andesite, just to make it less full. And that's something that a lot of people make a mistake with. They make a house out of one singular block and then don't understand how, even if their design is good, the house just doesn't look right. And that's because you're using all one block. Switch up the blocks a bit. So let's go in with cobblestone. I'm going to go up 1 on all sides here. And you want to make sure that you're keeping with a circular design. So however you can do that, in our case it's adding in that extra block on the inside, you want to do that. This is going to raise it slightly up a bit and not appear to be just a straight up stair roof, that a lot of people make a mistake when they're doing the roofs by making it just be straight up stairs the entire way up. You want to add that extra block as a dimension changer in the build. Okay, let's throw in stair there and then stair there. So there we go. Now you got the next part on. For this next one, we're going to go 2 up, and this is going to give it some height that we need. And then this will actually be the top of the roof. And now we'll see exactly how that looks from far away. I think it's going to look just fine. So we can throw in our cobblestone and then put in our stairs here. Okay, there we go. We can top off the top just by throwing in some cobblestone. You don't need to make a pointed roof exactly. But there we go. There is our roof on our windmill. I think it looks pretty good. But it also looks a little bit too cobblestone-y, and that's kind of what I talked about. So we can go in, we can add in stone brick stairs in random locations. You don't have to do anything orderly. I'm just going around adding in random stone brick stairs. And this is going to break up the cobblestone everywhere in the build. And we're going to also go in, throw in some stone brick, throw in some andesite, and then possibly throw in some cobblestone walls just to make a little bit more texture in the roof. So I will be right back. I'm going to time-lapse this so you can see exactly what I do with the roof, and we'll see if it looks any better when we come back. Okay, there we go. Now you can see that from a distance, the roof looks like it has a little bit more texture, a little bit more depth to it, and that's going to make it seem a lot more lively in the build. And that was just by going in and adding random stone blocks to it. And there was no order whatsoever, it was just random stone blocks. We can also go in, add in spruce fences on all these. That was just something I forgot. It's no biggie there. But then, what else do we want to do with this build? Well, obviously we need to put on the windmill itself, so let's do that first. We're going to do this simply by grabbing some spruce wood. We're going to have it pop out from right here. We're just going to have it come out probably to there. And then we're going to grab some wool. And we're going to bring the wool out to maybe 8 blocks out. That sounds okay. And then we're just going to make a little bit of a lip on there like that. We want to keep in mind that if this is spinning, we want them all to be the same direction. So if it's going to come down, that means that the lip is going to be here. Make sure it's 3. Okay, perfect. Bring this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The lip will be on the bottom. And then the one on top. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The lip will be on this side. Okay, beautiful. Now what can we do? Because right now that looks pretty bad. This is simple. Just throw in fences along the outside of each of your little windmill panels here. And this is going to make it stand out against the back. And will give it a lot more shape in the build. So let's get these on. There we go, and you have a windmill. I like it a lot. I think it looks pretty darn good. We can go in, knock out this piece, throw in a normal piece of spruce, and then put a stone button on it, and then the middle of that's going to stand out a little bit more as well. I think that looks pretty good. So what can we do now? We can go in, we can do our splatter disc thing, and then we want to change our material to farmland. Okay, it didn't like that. Let's create some farmland and then put it as our splatter disc. Okay, there we go. Soil. My bad, not farmland. But now we can go in and we can just splatter in soil all around here. And I'm going to do this in a time lapse for you guys. mainly because I'm going to have to add in water, etc., etc., and then be planting like a crap load of wheat to make this really stand out. So I'm going to do that. You enjoy me fighting the earth here, and I will be right back. Okay, so as you can see, we have our wheat planted all the way around our building. It's still growing. It'll grow and eventually be fine. There's only one last thing that I want to add, and that is a little scarecrow in our area here. So let's put him right here. This seems like a pretty good place. We just put 2 sticks up. We grab a jack-o'-lantern. Perfect. Sure, we'll actually go jack-o'-lantern, not pumpkin. Place him. Oh, you little dog. You're not going to let me place him on top of there? Alright, that's fine. We'll play by your rules here. Let's grab a... let's see. What would be best to put on there? Maybe just like an orange piece of wool. Place that on top of there. Place our pumpkin. And then we grab 2 levers that we can put on as hands. Okay, there we go. So there's our little scarecrow, little pumpkin guy. I like this little windmill a lot. I'm not going to do the interior only because, once again, this series is not big on interior, just exterior. But there is our windmill. If you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!